Need new digital skills? Some new education initiatives from IBM. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us is Justina Nixon-Saintil, IBM Vice President and Global Head of Corporate Social Responsibility. Thanks for taking the time, Justine.
Thanks for having me.
Well, first, let's touch upon the need today, the tech talent shortage, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. So we definitely know that there is a significant tech talent shortage. I think there's a lot of untapped talent out there in the United States that we have not really provided the right skills to, the right support to fill that gap. And when you think about, for example, cybersecurity and the safety of our country, safety of our businesses, safety of our world, that's an area where we've seen a significant gap. So we've been talking about this for a few years, and I think at this point, it's at a critical stage where we have to figure out how do we create this pipeline and build the right tech talent, for our businesses to be successful, but also to support society as well.
Well, IBM, if I'm not mistaken, has been involved for a long time in offering education and programs, but now you're announcing some new partnerships. Tell us about them.
Yeah, so we actually made a commitment late last year to skill 30 million people by 2030. And this is really, exemplifies IBM's commitment in education, in workforce development. And what our commitment now that we just recently announced, or partnerships we just recently announced, is in support of that 30 million commitment. So there are three announcements that we made. First is to support the Veterans Affairs. And the Department of Veterans Affairs supports the transition of military personnel into the workforce. And we are working with them on increasing their skills in the tech area and helping them, of course, find meaningful employment, especially in the tech fields. The second is our partnership with 6 HBCUs across the United States and providing cybersecurity skills to their students, again, so that they can have the right skills to be able to get a job once they graduate and be successful, in tech. And then the third is with Specialisterne Foundation. And this is an organization that focuses on people with special needs, those on the spectrum, those that have ADHD, for example. We are providing access to our skills build training and also supporting the pipeline into jobs. So we're really excited to work with these different groups. And again, it really supports the commitment we made to really look for untapped talent, look for those who need that support, need that skills to be able to move into the tech field.
Is there any cost involved for people who wind up participating through these partners?
Absolutely not. This is absolutely no cost to our partners, to our participants. We are working with them on providing that skill, and it's really our responsibility. It's the commitment that IBM has made to support society, to fill that tech gap, and to really be a responsible company.
What about the time commitment? What should people know if they have some kinds of jobs already? How do they fit this in?
Yeah, so it can range from 3 months to 6 months, depending on the type of badge, the type of credential that learners are, want to achieve. So they can fit it in on the weekends, after work. It's important that they continue along the path to be able to get that badge because it's IBM branded and it's a recognized badge. And it really, shows that you have demonstrative skills in that topic area, but it can take anywhere to 3 to 6 months.
Well, tell us what employers are doing when they see people who come in with the badges from the IBM training. What does that mean? What does that signify? What are we seeing?
Well, it means that they have certain skill sets, right? That demonstrate that they will be successful in that particular job. So there are a lot of entry-level jobs, at companies in the tech area that they don't necessarily need to have someone with a 4-year degree or a traditional degree. So for those who do have a 4-year degree, adding these additional credentials, these additional badges actually helps them with upskilling and being able to move into a tech field. But those that have a high school degree or even a 2-year community college degree, this really demonstrates to an employer that they understand cybersecurity, they understand data analytics, they can actually move into an entry-level job and be successful in that job. Of course, we also provide workplace learning training as well, because it's not just the hard skills, it's not just the technical skills. You have to also be creative. You have to understand how to collaborate. You have to understand how to work in teams, how to present. So we provide that training as well with our apartments through our IBM Skills Build program. So I think when you bring all of those skills together and you present yourself to an employer, your likelihood of getting an opportunity, a good paying job increases.
What about people who may be hearing this or watching it, and they may not qualify for training through these partners? You have programs for the rest of us, more or less?
Yeah, we do. So if you're in one of our 6 HBCUs, or you're part of the Specialisterne Foundation network, or U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, absolutely, our partners will work with you and bring this training and this opportunity to you. If you're not, you can access our platform, which is skillsbuild.org, and you could get more information on how you can get some of those training, those credentials, absolutely no cost to you.
And for people who may question whether or not they have the background for this, they're working in other fields and may not have any kind of tech knowledge at all, what do you tell them?
I tell them to go on Skills Build, because we actually have a questionnaire where you can provide your background, you could provide your expertise and your goals, and it creates a customized path for you. So I would say try it. I think this is the time. If you feel that you don't have a background in technology or you don't have one, this is the time to really get the skill sets and move into those jobs. The job market right now is hot. We all know that. Again, we started the conversation talking about the fact that there are a lot of tech jobs that are going on field. This is the time, get those credentials, spend the time and be able to move into the tech field. You do not have to have that expertise or background to be able to get the credential and move into a job in cybersecurity, for example.
Really terrific. Congratulations on what the team there at IBM is doing. The website again is skillsbuild.org. Justina Nixon-Saintil, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you for having me.